morning.
Good morning. Welcome to Carpool Convos with Liz and Deb. Deb, Liz. And this is our monthly YouTube series where we talk about things that interest us, that we feel are important, that can shed some light for us and hopefully for you as well. I'm going to be fiddling with the camera because sometimes it seems like all of my face is in it and only a little piece of Liz's. She might like that, but I don't.
Like that.
So that's what you see me trying to do here is get us.
I think we need a new gizmo because this one's like wobbly. I don't know. We'll see.
So it's my turn to pick the topic today, and hope you all are well, doing well. And my topic today is anger, and I'm not sure what I want to say about it, except that it is an emotion that I feel is necessary for us to acknowledge. It has its place in our experience. We feel it for a reason, and it can be helpful in us expressing some things that we need to get out, you know. This one?
Yeah, I was gonna just kind of for a little bit.
Oh, all right, that's fine. That was a little commercial there, a little sidebar, excuse me. Anger, for some people, is not easy to express. For some people, they live in it all the time, and it's so unhealthy. For a long time, it was one that I did not like to express. It felt a little scary because of the acting out of it, you know, violently, or even in a way that, you know, is something that you can't get back. You've done or said something that you can't take back afterwards. And so there needed to be a level of maturity to go along with it so that it felt safe, and it also was constructive or productive even. It wasn't just anger for the sake of being angry, or anger and with no place to go but out.
Lashing out.
Or no place to stay but in, so that depression would set in, or you know, and you know, these realizations didn't all come all at once. I wasn't born, you know, with all this self-awareness. No, it took time and work to change that. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Liz. If you wanted to say something, jump in.
Absolutely. Amen. One of the things in my work in particular.
And what work is that for those people who've never seen us before?
I am a therapist. I work primarily with adults now, and do most of my work online. But, so anger, in my understanding, anger is a protective emotion. It is necessary. It's a normal emotion, but it's protective, particularly when we don't feel safe, so we lash out in anger. If I show you anger, you're not as likely to question me. You're not as likely to come at me. So that's great. But what I would ask or encourage is that you look at anger, but look at what's under the anger. What are you trying to protect? What feelings and emotions have been triggered and you're putting on your shield? And this is part of the maturity that you talked about, is being able to look at it, feel it, and then what is this about? Am I feeling shamed? Am I feeling dismissed? Am I feeling unheard? And then once you know what's under the anger, it can help you with, what do I need to do? Is there somebody I need to speak to talk this out? Is there some action I can take in order to find some peace or common ground around this emotion?
Yeah. Gosh, thank you for that. Because it really brings home how, like I said, I feel like it's necessary. It's not my favorite, certainly, of the emotional toolkit, but it is necessary. And I think one of the reasons why it's not my favorite, not that it should be or shouldn't be, but because it's so often connected to shame, sadness, hurt, pain, yeah,
underlying emotions.
Exactly. And so when you said, that it's about protection, that certainly resonated with me, because this is a lot of what, in my experience, not just for myself, but those who raised me, nurtured me, are closest to me, I've seen that. There was domestic violence in my childhood, and so there was a lot of confusion. That's the other one. There was a lot of confusion around anger, because it just seemed to come from out of nowhere, or with no real explanation as to what did I do that was so bad, or what did whoever do that was so bad that it that this is the result. Yeah. Because a lot of times, especially when there's domestic violence in the situation, there is a blame. I forgot blame also in the shame and stuff. There's a blame game that goes on. There's no responsibility or accountability with the person who is showing out, saying, this is my stuff and I have to take ownership of it. No, it's, why are you so, or if you didn't do, then I wouldn't, as if someone else has agency, responsibility for how you react or respond to something. And that's for me, that's so mixed in with anger. There's got to be some self-reflection, even sometimes for a lot of people, help with understanding it. Because growing up, parenting doesn't come with a manual. It's a on-the-job training, as it were. And just get and help me out here.
Yeah,
because,
well, and we tend to, as parents, we parent, at least initially, and when we're stressed, as our parents parented us, and their parents parented them.
Yeah. Without even the knowledge that, it would be a good thing to have parenting classes, to talk with other parents, or someone who has some education and some experience around a better way, a more healthy way to bring these kinds of discussions or these kinds of actions into a family. Yes. So that what the child is learning and observing at home can be used when they step out into the world, when you're not there, so that they know how to build healthy relationships. So yeah, you're going to disagree with people. They're going to do things, and you're going to have a reaction or a response to it, and it might not always be pleasant. So in protecting yourself, how do you convey that in a way that is productive, that isn't just
yes. And causing the other person then to be defensive, which then doesn't solve
again
anything.
No production. Nothing productive, nothing positive, nothing resolutionary. Ooh, I made a word.
I like it.
I made a word, Joe.
That is okay, Deborah Benjamin.
that's what I want. I want some resolution. I don't want this to come back and haunt me 2 days later, 2 months later, 2 years later. I don't want this showing up in my doctor's visit as an ulcer or a pimple or a nothing, you know, or a permanent frown line up in here somewhere. No, I don't want none of that. So somebody's playing music for the whole community, and it's nice.
It is nice. I'm gonna do this.
So how do I define anger, and how do I recognize its value, and how do I use it in a way that allows me to free myself from its effects, you know, so that it doesn't turn into stress, the big bad S word.
Oh yeah. So, suggestions. When you feel anger, acknowledge the feeling. I personally think it's good if it's in a situation, in a relationship, to say, I'm feeling really angry and I need some time to figure it out.
Okay. If I could just point out there, the language that you used, there was no you did this and you made me. Nobody makes you do anything. It's all about the choices that you make for yourself. No matter what they do, they do not have control over you. You still have control over how you react or respond to it. And that's my commercial. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Thank you.
And absolutely agree with you. And that's that taking responsibility, taking accountability. I'm angry.
I am.
I'm angry. I'm feeling angry.
I feel angry.
Let me spend some time with this and figure out what I want to do with it. How do I want to present it? Because that puts another piece of that is you're putting your emotion on the table, which everybody can see it, but it also dissipates it a little bit because now you've expressed it in what I feel like is a healthy way. I've acknowledged what I'm feeling and what I want. You know, I don't know what I want to do with it yet, but this is where I am.
Yeah, or what I'm thinking about doing with it ain't gonna be a good one. Yeah, this is some smoke that nobody wants. So let me step over here and yeah. So for all those folks who like to read your face, and if your face is like mine, it is an open book. Yeah.
Yes.
This is a chapter you might want to skip.
Yes.
You might want to.
Yes. And I would encourage you to respect other people when they're having that emotion.
Yes.
It doesn't necessarily mean it's about you.
Yes.
Let them have that emotion.
Yeah.
Your children, let them have that emotion.
Please talk about the children part and the grandchildren.
And the grandchildren.
Yeah.
They have the same set of emotions.
I think maybe, I don't know, for me sometimes I feel like theirs is a little closer to the surface only because they haven't had all the programming to tell them that they shouldn't feel this, or you know, or they're at the beginning stages of that programming, and so can you speak a little bit about how to better help them navigate that so that they still are allowed to be themselves and to have what are real feelings?
Yes. I think
they may not understand.
They may not understand. You know, with little kids, I often hear parents, big feelings. Okay. So you're having big feelings. Okay. Acknowledge them. Let them have them. But the piece that's important is teaching them that just because you have those big feelings, and this is a teach by example, ladies and gentlemen, is to have big feelings, but I'm gonna let me sit down, calm down, and don't tell your kids to calm. You don't want people telling you to calm down. Let's take some breaths. Tell me what's going on. It's okay to feel angry. I'm really mad because I didn't get to have more ice cream. Okay.
My sister took my doll again.
Again.
She didn't ask me.
There we go. Yeah.
Or I heard you and Grandma arguing, and that made me mad because you were yelling at each other and I was scared.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Show some understanding. Try to show some understanding. If you don't understand, you can say,
That's
I don't
okay,
understand.
too. Yeah.
But they're your feelings. So
let them know that it's fine that they have feelings.
Yes.
And that they express them, but it's in the how.
Yes.
Yeah.
And maybe giving them, here's a pillow, beat up the pillow. With my grandson, he's now 7, and he does struggle with big feelings, he'll admit it. So what his parents do is they allow him to take a timeout.
Mm-hmm.
And he's now at a stage to where when he has them.
I was gonna say the overlook.
Okay. We will do that. Okay. That he removes himself from the room so that he can calm down, and then he can come back when he's ready and talk about what's going on with him.
Wow.
Yeah, he's 7.
Yeah, and that can start early.
Oh,
Correct?
yes.
Like not 7, younger than 7.
Oh,
As soon as they can.
From the get.
Okay.
Children, babies, they only have tears and screaming and cooing. That's all they have. And it jangles our nerves. We just want it to stop. But a baby who's crying, who doesn't have words, they've got something to say. They are feeling something. Letting them know it's okay, comforting them. What can I do to help?
Because the message is loud and clear.
Yeah.
That something ain't right.
And if it's more than you can tolerate at the moment, let's go in your room. Daddy's gonna be outside. And when you can talk, we'll talk. But that way I don't get upset because you're having feelings. Yeah. Anger I also see anger, it's kind of, there are those of us who when we get triggered, we get very anxious and cave in on ourselves. I feel like it's some of it's personality. Okay. That anxiety, very similar. We get triggered, so it's kind of part of the same coin. I feel. So
I think it's a good bridge though, to allowing us to really tap into what's going on. I mean, if it gets to the point of anger, there's a good reason for it. And if it's seen as a bridge, okay, so this is really pissing me off. What is really pissing me off? Is it the thing that's going on? Is it because I don't like my response to the thing that's going on? What is really pissing me off here? So that then I'm better able to express myself.
Yes.
In a truthful, open, healthy way.
Yeah. Because you don't want to hold it.
No.
You won't. It's not healthy, as Debbie said. Blood pressure. Let's just that.
Emotional eating.
Yeah, emotional eating, stomach aches.
Retail therapy.
Retail therapy. Yes.
Sleeping next to somebody that you aren't talking to. Who wants that?
Yeah.
Going to bed angry? Don't do that. Don't do me that.
And if you...
even if you have to agree to disagree until such time that you can,
yes,
work it out, when you're calmer, when you're better able to express what's happening, or you're not looking at them and saying, I just can't stand your face right now. Yeah. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Just keep that inside.
Another little piece about children, for parents in particular, caregivers in particular. Children under the age of definitely 6 and under, possibly up to age 10. When you're angry, doesn't matter what you're angry about. If they see you angry, the assumption is, I did something. It's about me. And just understanding that piece so that you can, yes, mommy's very angry, but I'm not angry with you. I love you. Or if something they did, I am really angry, but I love you.
That stubbing my toe on that toy for the 400th time after I told you to pick it up.
Yes.
That's what's making me angry, because I'm in pain from stepping on that Lego yet again.
Yes.
But I still love you.
But
I love you.
Yes.
I just don't like this pain that I'm feeling from that Lego that I told you to pick up 20 minutes ago.
Yes. So.
Yeah. And for the teenagers especially too, I think, because that to me is like a crucial time when self-expression comes out in ways that, we people of big age might feel like it's rebellion, and rebellion is not a good word, when it actually is, in fact, when it actually is a good word. It's just again, how is it coming out,
right?
And is it productive for the person who is expressing? That's what you want for these teenagers. You want what they are, they're angry. They're inheriting a world that we done screwed up and have no way of fixing, and they're going to be expected to fix it and live in it. And, they don't know what they don't know. And so to give them a little grace and to also help them to be able to express the anger that they feel, whatever the reason for the anger is very important. Not just to them, but for us as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because they gotta help us.
Yeah, don't acknowledge it.
Please.
Don't discount. Oh, you shouldn't be. You said this earlier too.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, maybe they don't have the responsibility that you have. God, they're blessed enough that they have somebody whose responsibility it is to worry about their welfare, their food, their clothing, their education, their whatever. That does not mean that they do not have angst and worry and things that happen that hurt them deeply in their experience. And because they have not been given the opportunity or the even the know-how on how to deal with that in a way that's constructive, they're doing what they know how to do or what they've seen done.
Yeah.
So, also remembering that they're watching everything that you do, more than what you say.
Yeah.
And it could be a learning experience for both. If you happen to be parenting or caring for a teenager and you are like, I do not understand this person at all, and this is on my last nerve. A conversation or 12 or 15, and to, keep your own ego in check while you're having it.
A conversation, not a I told you.
Not a lecture.
Because I probably said this at least once before.
Listen.
When we've done this. No one wants to be told what to do.
Or how to feel.
Doesn't work with your partner. It doesn't work with a 2-year-old. They don't want, sometimes they need to be told what to do.
But that's why they look in your face and touch that thing that you just told them not to touch.
Right. So just be aware, a teenager being told what to do.
And that's their life. They're constantly being told when to get up.
School, change your clothes, get a shower,
throw out the garbage, take out the trash,
sweep the floor. Yeah. So, and what you want to do, set them up for being decent human beings, productive, capable,
caring, loving.
So, and part of that is allowing them to have emotions and helping them to understand healthy ways to express, manage, etc.
Navigate.
Navigate.
Yeah, all of that. And this is not an angry day, but I'm so glad that we were able to have the conversation about anger, and maybe you could share with us some of your tools that you use to deal with anger, how you define it, what has changed over time in how you see anger and what you do with it. In the comments, let us know, what's anger and why.
And why. Yeah.
And we have taken you to a lovely place in Christiansted, and for some reason this is not allowing me to turn you around so that you can see it, so I will put some photos here on the bypass so you can see how gorgeous it looks today.
It is so, it's one of those, though all of the days, it's a blessing to be here. But this is one of those where, I like to say the sea shows off for us. And she is showing off in all her glory today. She got her earrings on, she got her pumps on, she got her cute purse. She is showing up and showing out. Oh, and she smells good.
She smells fabulous.
Smells good.
Yeah. So we'll put some photos in for you. I hope that today, if anger comes into your experience, that you will think back on what we talked about and use it to know more about yourself and to dispel, just get it out there in healthy ways, so that it's productive and it doesn't live inside of you.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Be peaceful.
Walk good.